Hello my beautiful and amazing people, badass Dark Zone agents, Uncle Butcher in the building with another crazy setup. Today I will show you my Predator build. I have paired up ECLIPSE protocol set with Bullet King, exotic LMG and Lexington named assault rifle. The results are kinda insane. My little dirty secret in this one is Ridgeways Pride chest piece. Maybe you already are forgotten about this chest piece, but it will apply bleed effect on every bullet. ECLIPSE protocol set will help us to spread bleed across 10-15 meters, and that will increase Ridgeways Pride chest piece efficiency. Now we're gonna heal ourselves quite a bit, and that will make a really nasty synergy between DPS, status effects and survivability. If that sounds interesting to you, then welcome to the Insanity, the one and only Uncle Butcher in the building with crazy PvE, PvP builds. So definitely stay here, and yeah, like I said, welcome to the family. In this one, like I said, we have ridiculous amount of survivability without shield. You can replace fixed drone with shield if you want, if you intend to use more Lexington, but I recommend you to try Bullet King first before you switch to Lexington. Why Bullet King is really handy? Because it doesn't have any reload whatsoever. It has a really good rate of fire. You can spray and pray, and most importantly, you will apply bleed effect on more enemies, and bleed will give you armor back. Ridgeways Pride chest piece received a rework. In my opinion, it worked way better previously, but right now you have to squeeze all the juices out of the build in order to receive something back from Ridgeways Pride chest piece. One enemy on bleed will not cut it. Two enemies also BS. You need pretty much full stacks from Ridgeways Pride chest piece to receive something in returns. So that's the reason why we are reusing ECLIPSE protocol set. But before we continue, a quick word from the sponsor, Demon.net. If you don't have enough time or good teammates, but you still want to have all the best items in your game, then Demon.net is set for you. They have absolutely amazing team on consoles. They will complete your order super quick. If you will use my promo code RBD for RBD, you will receive 15% discount on absolutely all service. Amazing deal. Especially when right now they have some crazy sales going on, so definitely check these guys out. And if you have any questions, don't hesitate, drop your comment down below in comment section or contact the operator, and the rest will be the history. But now let's get back to this crazy build, which is absolutely unstoppable. Especially if you love Predator type of builds, this will be your jam. Because like I said, we're gonna apply bleed effect on many enemies at the same time. And the beauty of this build, I even forgot to mention that we are completely immune from all other status effects, and that's the reason why we can play legendary difficulty strongholds with 3 directives applied, with special ammo directive applied. We will not feel anything, our balls will not feel anything. We're gonna kick ass really easily with this build. And if you don't have Bullet King, don't worry brother, you can replace this weapon with Backfire exotic SMG, because like I said, we are completely immune from bleed effect whatsoever or any other status effects in this setup. So Bullet King is my go-to because you can spray and pray. It works really well with Ridgeways Pride chest piece. ECLIPSE protocol set on kill will spread bleed effect even further, and that will keep our armor reaper alive. We need those stacks. Like I said, unfortunately Ridgeways Pride chest piece received a nerf. Previously it worked way better. Now in order to receive something meaningful back from this chest piece, you need pretty much almost maximum stacks. You need at least 3 or 4 enemies on bleed, so you would feel something. Ideally 5 enemies, and now we can talk. Otherwise this chest piece is trash. So that's the reason why we are using ECLIPSE protocol set to spread bleed effect on as many enemies as you want. If you still feel that you are lacking in bleed department, you can use Stinger Hive. It will apply bleed bleed effect with each charge, and also with ECLIPSE protocol on kill we will spread bleed effect even further. So you can replace Fixer Drone with Stingy Hive if you want, but Stingy Hive has some cooldown issues, so you have to think what you are giving away. I rather use Decoy or Fixer Drone instead of Stingy Hive, because I will apply bleed effect all over the place. And like I said, if you don't have Bullet King, you can use Backfire Exotic SMG in this setup, because we are immune for status effects, but most likely you are already tired from Backfire, so let's just use Bullet King. Second weapon, Lexington with Sadist. Sadist is amplified weapon damage talent. Pistol, Quick Step Pistol for increased movement speed. And this is, guys, built, by the way, after the event. So this is built which will work right now in the game when the event has been ended. A new event gave us last weekend like increased movement speed, armor and kill, if I remember correctly. So that event was fun, but it was really short. So this build will work like it should work within this Unity season. For the build itself, I'm using 4 pieces from ECLIPSE protocol set. ECLIPSE will increase our status effects, skill haste will give us additional 30% hazard protection, and of course we're gonna spread status effects on kill. ECLIPSE is really strong with fire builds as well. If you want fire starter build or any other status effect builds, ECLIPSE actually can be really cool. And I used to play with ECLIPSE in PvP back in the day, and I had a lot of fun by applying bleed effect. How I played was really simple. I used the Seeker Mine, which applying bleed effect targeted on enemies. Boom, enemy is on bleed, and now I can deal increased damage. Throw in the mixed trauma and you can be really nasty in PvP, because you can apply blind as well. Additional bleed effect with trauma. Oh my goodness, I really loved that build, but I played PvP like 3 years ago. Now I just completely forgot about PvP side of this game. For the chest piece, I'm using Ridgeways spray chest piece. Ridgeways will give us bleed effect with each bullet, and obviously Armor Reaper. Like I said, unfortunately this chest piece received a huge nerf. Previously it was really cool. I really love how Ridgeways spray chest piece works. Now you need to squeeze all the juices out from this chest piece to receive something back. Backpack is must have in this build because it will amplify our damage by 30%. Really strong backpack talent. So for the knee pads, I'm using Turmel Cheshka knee pads, which will split damage between multiple enemies and will help us to clear really quickly any room, especially on heroic difficulty. Look at the shenanigans with Backpack Exotic SMG. It's easy money, but again, you can use Bullet King, Lexington with Sadist, even Carnage with Sadist would work. Butcher drops the mic, bye.